Yeah, that got me thinking, Michelle, what you're saying there about why I said yes to joining this, and I imagine I'd be interested to hear if this resonates with other people on our team, is that, over the years, it's felt like our conventions and kind of the spirit in our denomination has been one of um, threatening to leave. So people who are saying, if I don't get my way, I'm out. And we've experienced that since the last convention of conferences and congregations just deciding to give up on our relationships as a denomination. And I think part of the reason why we were selected is because we're in this, like we're committed to this church, that we love this church, and we are not threatening to leave. And we want to imagine a future together that we care about, that we can build together. So what does it look like for us to dream a future together if we're not always hedging our bets about, if I don't get my way, I'm out? And that's what I experienced in our team together, is imagining a life together, relationships for those of us who are committed to being Mennonite.
Amen.
Maybe just if I can say a little bit too. I appreciate what you said there, Isaac. And just to follow up a little bit on that, and being part of this team, somebody asked me recently kind of what the experience was like and kind of working together as a team, asked me to reflect on that. And then they asked the question, since we've been meeting back in January, did anybody on our team leave or walk away? And I said, no, nobody did. And this person commented, well, that's pretty remarkable in and of itself. And I guess I didn't really think about that a lot, but it carries some significance that we stayed together. We worked through, as has been commented on, some of the challenges, some of the diversity among us, working through that, but with a deeper commitment to stay engaged, to continue to deepen trust with each other, and to work at something so much bigger beyond ourselves.
Yeah, and I too felt this call to be a part of this process with the design team. And I was I was extremely frustrated with previous processes and was kind of like, I don't know if I can go to another one, broader church. And the same day I voiced that to a colleague at work is the day that Glenn contacted me to ask if I'd be on this work together. And I think that the kinds of things we did in Orlando as a design team, where we were allowed to test each other and challenge each other, and with Catherine creating processes that allowed good openness and transparency and honesty, we ended up saying, this is what the church is really like. We were kind of a microcosm of that. So that's when I look at our first objective for the summit. It's, a deeper capacity with the diversity in the church. And we named that out of our own experience.
So yes, and yes, and yes. And like the capacity to stay engaged in this team did not come out of nowhere and was not a given, at least for me at the beginning. I said yes because of who did the asking. The ask was coming from Glenn Guyton. I said yes because of the other people who were asked, who I see as people who have both a deep love for the church and some of who have been harmed in pretty explicit ways by our church, and still wanted to try out this microcosm of being beloved community in the Mennonite church. And I said yes because I was giving myself permission to say no if I needed to, and to step away. And the experience of this group, and I think even specifically thinking about our meeting in Orlando, where we modeled a lot of the processes that ended up becoming part of the summit, was a big part of building trust on this team. And and in the end, it's allowed all of us to stay engaged up until this point. But I think it's really important that that trust was not assumed at the beginning, and that to say yes is like a living commitment.